beautiful podium. I'm afraid to put my fingerprints on it. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Hi, Jean. I have some of my friends here. All of you are my friends, but we have two new faces. All right, we can look at our program and read our purpose statement together. We are a loving spiritual community, empowering all to live healthy and successful lives through practicing the principles of science of mind. All right, our announcements, here we are. Happy Mother's Day again. We have a special guest today, and boy, is this exciting. Look at this, and he is going to play Mark Romero. Very exciting. And I'm going to just go over the announcements which are in the program. We have an Unexpected Income Club, and since October of 19, we have collected over almost $11,000. Isn't that fabulous?
Wow.
I know, that's really great. And that's aside from our tithing. Also, in the front row, we have Selma Menard, who's going to have her 97th birthday here in 2 weeks. I mean, this woman is amazing. So get a chance to talk to her afterwards if you want to be inspired by a woman that also celebrates Mother's Day today. We have a virtual book club. I got the book, Henrietta Lacks. So we do that on May 24th. Then we have a virtual, not a virtual fundraiser. We have to go into Panda Express, and 28% of the proceeds from that sale will come to our church. So go to Panda Express on May 26th, and then we're taking in nice things for our opportunity drawing in August. So things are starting to seem like normal to us. New Member Sunday is next weekend, if I didn't mention that, and I think I've covered everything. As we go into service today, let's just know that our lives are full of blessings and miracles. And like me, you get caught up in busy mornings or the busyness of life. That's easy. And then we get distracted by those challenges, that we overlook the good things and the miracles that are all around us. And we know that when we go within and that we are fully present, we notice those miracles everywhere. We see them in nature, we see them in one another, and we see them in ourselves. Because the day that we were born was a miracle. But so is every day when we take time to notice. Let's focus our intention on the here and now. And let's see God and the divine in everyone we meet. Let's see Spirit expressing in everything and in every life situation. We are aware of the amazing manifestations of God and the divine. Let's remember that too, we are a miracle and that our life is now blessed beyond measure. In the Bible and Psalm especially, it says, "Open my eyes so that I may behold the wondrous things out of your law." And it is with a blessing of gratitude that we thank everyone that makes this service possible. The Board of Trustees, the ushers and greeters, the hands that prepare our fellowship afterwards, my fellow practitioners that hold us up in prayer and in the high watch, the volunteers, the teachers, and the parents of our junior church, Tommy and Mark today. It's all good. So with a grateful heart, let's declare this service in advance a blessing to each one of us here, releasing that thought into the word of the law. And so it is.
I need to be still and let God love me. I need to be still and let God love me.
special event, like I said earlier, and I'm going to do a brief bio on our guest speaker today, Mark Romero. And today it is called Living in a Harmonic Alignment. And this is his, we'll together read it in our program. Discover how you can rise above the static and the noise of the modern day world and tap into the whole new level of our divine existence and essence. Mark is an internationally recognized transformational sound healing expert and thought leader. His music has been shown to eliminate negative influences in the environment and create a quantum field where clients can begin to operate at optimal levels. By eliminating the static and noise in our lives, we can then effortlessly release limiting thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. For nearly 20 years, he has helped thousands of individuals experience instantaneous healings and shifts in their perceptions through the frequencies uncovered within his music. Okay, go to his website, markromeromusic.com. Okay, it's your turn, and welcome. Let's give Mark a big hand.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Bill reached out to me, I don't know, this is going back a little bit. I said, you know, the downside of this whole thing is that I'm not going to get to see you. Because he actually was a substitute teacher for my oldest daughter now in grammar school. So we've known each other for quite a few years. So I guess he's here in spirit, right? Off doing what he's doing off in nature. But it's an honor to have an opportunity to share. And of course, I got to give my kudos to the mothers and blessings to you today on this very special day. And I'm going to have a chat with my mom because she's going around bragging at 86 that I'm almost 90, but I'm going to tell her that she has been surpassed. So that's excellent. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to be here. This is the first time I have been out in public doing something like this in over a year now. So I'm like kind of going, wow, this is like, what a great celebration and what a most interesting year it has been. And if anything, I believe is that there has been a calling put out into the universe, put out to humanity, that the time is now to set down what's not in alignment with who and what you really are, and to deepen your healing, to take your awakening to another level, and to really unlock your potential and your power to not only recreate your life, but also recreate the world that we live in. So today, I'm going to take you on a little music and energy healing experience to help you to deepen your healing and unlock your potential and to bring your light, your music forward. Each and every one of us comes here with a song. That song is our passion, it's our purpose, it's our calling, it's why we came here to play the game of life. And it is the expression of that music that's going to transform our whole life experience, but it's also going to be a catalyst for transformation and change on the planet. So no pressure for anybody, okay, right? But the time has come really for all of us to step into being these magnificent lights that we truly are, because there's, just as we go into a room at night and it's dark, we turn on the light, where does the darkness go? Well, it actually raises its vibration to match the frequency of the light. So it is so important for all of us to fulfill our role as these pieces in the puzzle of this thing called global transformation. So excited to have an opportunity to share, and inevitably what I always get asked is, well, how do I do that? And boy, how many times do we allow ourselves to get stopped by the question, how? And what if it was as simple as just setting an intention? And so today I wanted to start with a musical mantra for opening. It literally is about opening our energy, opening to our intentions, opening to taking our life to the next level, opening to a deeper healing, whatever that is for you. you're going to have an opportunity to set that intention and to plant the seed for whatever it is that you want to grow in your life right now. So with that being said, perhaps maybe a little opening process. So I invite you to just take some nice deep breaths. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable, it's up to you. And to just breathe. And almost like imagine breathing in the notes. Just breathe them in to your energy. Begin to bring your attention inward. To that place. Where all creation starts from. That sacred space. Intention is how we begin to step into our power to change our lives and to transform the world that we live in. And it all starts off with a command. Set the intention to unveil another piece of the masterpiece that's within you. To open up to another level of healing, self-expression, love, compassion. Whatever it is that's in alignment with your heart, your passion, and your soul. Take another deep inhale. love the guitar, and I'm completely biased, so I apologize to Tommy in advance. I think it's the coolest instrument in the world. It's the only instrument you can play Stairway to Heaven on. You can't play it on any other instrument and get the official rock vibe. But one of the reasons why I love the guitar is it's such a great metaphor for you and me. Now, anytime I see this, people like kind of go, what are you talking about? Think about it, okay? We all have facets of our lives, right? Those are the strings. And then, of course, we take action through those facets. That's the strumming and the plucking. And then, of course, we produce results. That's our music that we put out into the world. And it doesn't matter whether you play the piano or any other instrument, if you are not in tune and in harmony, you're never going to reach your full potential. And unfortunately, most of us go through life out of tune, and we wonder why. Why can't I seem to bring my full potential forward? Why can't I seem to create the relationship I want? Why can't I open up to the prosperity that I know on some level is inherently mine to open up to? Why is it that we struggle? And the cure for all of this, the thing that's going to get us back in alignment in this thing I call harmonic alignment, is when we actively learn how to tune the strings of our expression, bring ourselves back into harmony, aligning ourselves with this space right here, and allowing ourselves to bring forth the music that is inherently ours to bring forth. That's what our soul is asking us to bring forward in the most powerful, most eloquent, most beautifully expressed ways, regardless of your age, regardless of where you are at in life. We're all being called to this space. And so today what I wanted to do is I wanted to just share some mindsets that can help you perhaps maybe tune the strings of your expression and to help you to open to a deeper sense of healing in your life, because sometimes we need to open up to healing, to open up to another level of your spiritual expansiveness, your awareness, your evolution, your enlightenment. And then finally, the third aspect of stepping in your power to shape and shift matter and energy so that we can truly compose our lives in any way that we desire and to really bring forward our music. So that's a lot of pressure to do in less than a half an hour, but I'm willing to take it on. Are you guys willing to hold the space with me? Yes. Okay, good. Excellent then. So, okay. Where do we all start this? So inevitably when I bring up this metaphor of tuning our strings, the question comes in, well, how do I know when I'm out of tune? Which is a really good question. So I'm going to ask this question. How many of you either are right now or at some point in your life experienced a challenge? Anybody? Or is it just me? Right? Okay, there's some hands that didn't come up. Okay, there's going to be the denial workshop a little bit later today. No. Well, we all do, right? There's this twist in the turns of the human experience that we all get to experience at one level or another. And when we experience disharmony in our life, it's really a calling card from the universe telling us that there's something within ourselves that needs to be addressed. This life out here, this world that takes place around us is a masterful outpicture of our state of being, our energy. And if we're experiencing disharmony, whether it's in our health, our relationships, our prosperity, our spirituality, our joy, happiness, our fulfillment, our careers, it's really kind of like an indicator light telling us that there's something within ourselves that needs to be updated. There's something within ourselves that needs to be let go. So the first step is really about being extra diligent in your healing. But to really, rather than how do we typically respond to the challenges in our life, is that we fight them, we curse them, we make ourselves wrong for having them, we use colorful metaphors to describe them. But what if we were to change our perspective as rather than being a pain in the posterior, that they're actually an opportunity to lift our life to new heights, that they're actually something that we can utilize as a catalyst to expand our consciousness and move to a whole nother level of awareness. Now that's typically not the way we look at our challenges, right? And sometimes it takes a little extra effort to even get close to embodying that state of mind about our challenges. But let me bring it down to earth a little bit here. How many of you have cars, right? So you're driving down the street in your car, and that little indicator light comes on the dashboard. Maybe it's the tire pressure light, the oil light. That's what your challenges are. They're an indicator light that something within the vehicle needs to be addressed. But typically, how do we respond when the indicator light comes on the dashboard? We use some colorful metaphors, we just, same type of thing. Or even worse yet, we grab some tape, we put it over it so that we don't have to see the light. And we laugh, but I mean, how good are we at doing that with our own challenges in our lives? We put tape over it. Oh my gosh, where's my phone? I need to do this 500 times, I'll feel better. Let's go binge watch some Netflix, or better yet, let's get into the ice cream, or crunchy things. And then of course we know there's higher gradient things, depending on to what level you don't want to feel. Feel the emotions and the energy behind the challenge. But yet, that's the key to transforming it. And so the biggest piece about your challenges and your obstacles in your life, it's like, I'm going to say the J word, okay? It's judgment. Judgment of your challenge. We make it about ourselves, we make it about our mom, we make it about our past, we make it about what's going on in the world today, we make it about all kinds of different things. And we create judgment. And judgment creates resistance. I'm a recovered CEO. I was in the high-tech world for 19 years. Semiconductor, computer chips, all the stuff that goes in your computer and smartphone that makes it work. And there was a little device in there called a resistor. And what does a resistor do? It actually slows the flow of energy. When you get into judgment, it's like slapping a big resistor on the circuit board of your life, and it slows the flow of energy. If you want to get stuck in the lower levels, lower vibrations, you judge it. You make yourself wrong for having it. You fight it. You resist it. Or it's that famous saying, what you resist will persist in your life. But what if you could say, you know what? Just for today, I want to put out this challenge. That you go, okay, I'm going to take on my challenge, and I'm going to use it to take my life to new heights rather than to judge and to fight it. And we want to move that energy out of us, because in reality, it's old energy that we're holding within our field. That's the root cause behind the disharmony we experience in our lives. So, in addition to setting the intention to let it go, we want to allow ourselves to, yes, suspend judgment, but also to feel the emotional energy behind it with the intention of letting it go. See, you've all been blessed with the ability to command energy. What if you were to look behind the challenge that you're experiencing in your life right now and really feel into the energy? So right now, perhaps maybe you have something going on. How does it make you feel? Just feel into it and imagine just breathing it out and letting it go. This is the key to reaching within what's no longer serving you. So to the best of your ability, just breathe it out and let it go. so much inside. Your challenges are the biggest opportunity for you to take your life to new heights. So just take another deep inhale. Let it go. So we want to start leveraging our challenges to take our life to new places, to new areas. The second aspect is about awakening to this power that's within us. No matter where you are at on your evolution, there's more divine essence to unfold into. There's more awakening that we can step into in our life expression. I love the story of how Michelangelo was asked, how did you carve David? And his response is amazing. He said, I didn't carve David. I just removed the pieces that were hiding the masterpiece within the block of marble. You see, you already are divine. You already are enlightened. You already are powerful beyond all measure. You already are made up of the same energy that set this beautiful universe in motion. Do you realize that? Can you embody that on a whole nother level? That you're made up of the same stuff that put the stars up in the sky at night, and we look up there and go, wow, that's so grand, but why don't we think the same thing when we look in the mirror? Yes, sometimes the hair gets a little messy, but that's what brushes are for, you know? Honor yourself and who and what you are. You are this amazing divine expression. There's so much power within you, and there's that old saying we've all heard that we really do get scared of our power. We really do get terrified of our magnificence and our unlimited potential. You know, but now is the time, this age that we're in, to be extra diligent in what it is that we're doing to facilitate our awakening. To continue to meditate. If you're meditating for 20 minutes a day, I'm going to invite you to double it. If you're in prayer work 10 minutes a day, I'm going to invite you to double it. If you're getting out in nature once a week, let's get out more. Let's connect in. Let's continue to expand and get connected to this magnificence that's right here. There's nowhere to go. It's not out there. It's right here. They always say this is the longest 18 inches, you know, to go from head to heart. But yet when you create a harmony between these two, and you form this infinity that goes between these, you tap into so much power and so much possibility. So look at where you're at right now in your experience, and look to see, where can I build my faith? Where can I tap into this divine essence within me? How can I, what steps can I take to further connect to this essence within? So let's take another deep inhale. I just realize it's just an intention away. If we just have the faith and trust in this divine power that's within us. your spiritual practices. And letting go of those old little stories that say that you're anything but holy, magnificent, and divine. Into alignment. The first being about diligent in our healing and really shifting how it is that we look at the disharmony in our lives. The second being our willingness to go within, to expand our connection, to let go of those old thoughts that show up that say we're anything but meditative, or any of those little stories which we all have, don't we? Just let them go, kind of like clouds in the sky, let them pass on by. Brings us to the third step, and this I have to kind of share with a story. It was probably, I'm going to date myself here, but it was in the early 80s. A friend of mine gave me this book. I remember him asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, I want to be a wise man. Oh no, don't do that. That's what he told me. So why? He said, because that means you got to go through pain. You're going to be a wise man, you got to go through pain to get there. I'm like, oh, okay, well, he might have been right, but still, commitment is a commitment. But he gave me this book, and it was called Illusions by Richard Bach. And if you've never read that book, it's a beautiful little story. And I remember reading that book, and there was a line that caught me about the power of imagination. The ability to go within, to this space within us, and imagine, and shape and shift the outer world because of that power within ourselves. And I just have you ever read something and it just reverberates through your whole body? You're like, get goose pimple things, or whatever they call them, bumps, whatever. And I just read that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, back then, in the early 80s, they didn't have metaphysical bookstores. It's like, where do I find more about this? So it's interesting because right around that time, my mom gives me this book, James Allen, As a Man Thinketh, and I started getting exposed to all these big shifts that took place in the early 1900s about talking about our power to create. So I said, I'm going to take this to my business. I'm going to start writing orders for the biggest companies I wanted to do business with, commission checks I wanted to see. I wrote them out, I looked at them, I imagined them, I felt the emotion of them being realized. All of them came to fruition. All the guys in my group, my sales team, all thought I was, oh man, that Romero guy, he's nuts. He maybe smoked too many funny cigarettes back in the day, whatever, that guy's crazy. But then my sales went skyrocketed. And next thing I know, they're all like, what are you looking at over there? Oh, just my own little visualization thing. I'm like, okay. So the third step is really about tapping into this power within, to go within yourself and to imagine a life that works. To imagine your life being the way that you desire. To imagine, that's where we plant the seeds for what it is that we're going to grow in our experience. And the time has come for all of us, as I said in the beginning, to amplify who and what we are, and to step into the next level of our power. And no matter where you are, there's another level to expand into. Life is more than happy to give you more than a lifetime worth of stuff to work through and to expand into, right? We're never done. The universe is constantly expanding, and it's expanding through each and every one of us. So how do we do that? Well, imagine just going into that space and imagine your life being the way that it is. So we were talking about the challenges and the obstacles in our lives. When was the last time you actually went in And imagine that being a completely different way. Connecting into that space and feeling the emotion of it. And utilizing your own creative power to heal your life, to transform your experience, to awaken. That power is within each and every one of us. And now is the time for all of us to start wielding this whole power on a whole nother level. Because as we become, shall we say, experts at composing and creating our lives, then we can become experts at transforming the world around us. You know, because if we're waiting for political systems to fix the world, we're going to be waiting a long time. If we're waiting for medical institutions to show people how to heal, we're going to be waiting a long time. No, the power, it's up to each and every one of us. And we access this power within ourselves. You know, we've all been taught that our power is out there somewhere. No, it's not. I always tell my clients, I say, you know, the universe is like a big ear. It's listening to your vibration every day. Listen, mirror back. Listen, mirror back. Listen, mirror back. If you want to change what's mirroring in your life, you change what's emanating from you. It's like, how many of you have woken up in the morning, you go walk into the bathroom, you turn on the light, you look in the mirror and you go, oh my gosh, the hair's all over this way and that way and kitty wampus and the whole shot. And what do? You reach in the drawer, but how we've been taught in life is to reach in the drawer and start brushing the mirror. The reflection won't change. And we all know this for those of us who have had reoccurring negative patterns in our experience. No matter what we do out there, it doesn't seem to go away. It's because you got to do it within and bring the brush to your head to change the reflection. And we begin to access that power and that ability through our imagination, through our creative visualization, and to feeling the emotion. And the emotion is the frequency. And think of everything in terms of frequency. This is an energetic universe. And you've all been blessed with this divine gift to create a vibration within yourself and to shape and shift your world accordingly. And now's the time for all of us to take our creative visualizing and powering to a whole nother level. So think about what it is that you would most love to create in your experience. Just think of one thing right now. Just one thing. Just bring some images to mind. Take another deep inhale. See it in your mind's eye. And imagine. Take another deep inhale. This is how you plant the seeds. For what it is you grow in your experience. Take another deep breath. Who you are matters. As I mentioned earlier, you have a song that's within you. That song is your passion, it's your purpose, it's your calling, it's why you came here to play the game of life. That song is what's being called forth in us now. The very foundations of our lives have been shaken in this last year, bringing to the surface everything that we need to let go of, all those old stories of lack, limitation, not good enough, I don't deserve, all that's got to go. And to bring forth what's truly within you. Is it a process? Yes. Is it a journey? Absolutely. Is it going to happen overnight? Most likely, probably not. But if we expand our definition of perfection, and just as the mother had the young child learning how to walk, and the child fell down, scraped its knee, bumped its head, moms didn't say, hey, just stay there on the ground. Don't get up anymore, okay? Life's painful, walking's painful, just stay there. No, what do? You encourage that child to get up. But yet the very act of learning how to walk was perfection. We have this little minute definition of what the perfect life looks like. But perfection includes falling down and scraping your knee and wiping the blood from it and getting up and continuing to process through, continuing to, one, heal, let go of what's no longer serving you, leverage the disharmony in your life to lift yourself to new heights. Number two, to awaken to your power, your unlimited ability to connect within this vast spirit that's within. And number three, to begin to start wielding your power to shape and shift the world around you. So be committed, be diligent, and you just might be surprised at what opens up for you. So just take a couple deep breaths, a little anchoring in. Just take another deep breath. Oops, I knew that was going to happen. I think I actually saw that visually in my mind's eye at one point, and it just happened. See, look at the power of, you just saw a demonstration right then and there. It has been an honor for me to come and share, and I just want to encourage you to be diligent in taking on your healing and expanding this light that's within you, and to start stepping into utilizing your power to recreate the world that's around you. And if you're interested in diving in a little bit deeper into some healing and transformational work, we're going to be doing a little workshop today. We're going to be doing a lot of breathing, a lot of high vibration music to help you accomplish all three of those aspects today, to support you on your journey to stepping in and being the magnificent expressions of life that you truly are. So thank you so much for being here today. Pleasure to be here.
Okay, get those hands together once again.
Thank you.
Beautiful and amazing, and a nice reminder, because everyone in this room knows how to do that, and plant that seed, water it, and then have that demonstration or manifestation take place. And I know that each and every one of us in here could use a healing in one of those challenges we face. Thank you.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God.
All right, this is our opportunity to share our abundance. We know that all our good comes from the one source, God, and for this we are truly grateful. We bless these tithes, gifts, and offerings, knowing that they are given to us from the central core of who we are. which is God made manifest on this plane. We send them forward with no strings and no conditions. And so it is. Wasn't that fabulous today? Wow. I'm going to call up my fellow practitioners who hold all of us up in prayer, and when you ask us to pray, we do. All right, let's all stand. And we'll do our closing affirmation together. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is happening in my mind.
It is happening in my mind.
It is happening in my body.
It is happening in my body.
It is happening in my affairs.
It is happening in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I know it.
I know it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I see it.
I see it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Thank you, God, in me.